the serial communication. Okay, I have told you, and even you have written that which are the registers, that is SFRs, which are related with the serial port. They are SBUF, that is serial buffer. Then you have SCON, and you have the third one, that is a PCON. Okay, so these are the three registers we have to study. Okay, these are the three registers we have to study, uh, which is related with the serial communication. Now, before I go with this, you have already written some of the important points, but even we should know, because when 8051 is concerned, you already are aware that this 8051 is it has a UART. Okay, while drawing the block diagram, you have drawn TXD line and RXD line. Okay, and you have also mentioned in the features also that it is a UART. So at least we should know what is a UART. Okay, so when you talk about the UART, it is a universal asynchronous receiver and transmitter. Universal asynchronous receiver and transmitter. So as it is a serial communication, we can transmit and receive at the same time. So that is why it is also called as it is also playing an important role in a full duplex communication. Okay, we can receive and transmit at the same time. Now, what actually do you mean by asynchronous? That is more important to understand what do you mean by asynchronous. So you have when you know about the asynchronous, you also have a synchronous. Okay, so they are opposite. So we will try to understand the concept of synchronous and asynchronous before we start with the understanding of the special function registers. Okay, so for that I need to share the screen. I will share the screen and we will try to understand the concept by the figure now. Do not write anything, just understand the concept of synchronous and asynchronous. The both of this figure is available on a single screen so that you will be able to understand the concept. So the above figure is for the synchronous transmission and the below figure is for asynchronous transmission. Okay, so both of this is associated with the serial communication. Okay, now try to understand what is the synchronous transmission format. What is the format of transmitting the data in synchronous mode? Now, whenever you transmit the data, for example, I need to transmit the data, 8-bit data. If suppose if I want to transmit the data, 8-bit data, now you know that I will be transmitting from the transmitting end and I will be receiving at the receiving end. Okay, so this is a bit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, suppose 7-bit I want to transmit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, whenever I'm transmitting the 7 bits, so they will go serially from transmitter to the receiver. But to achieve the synchronization between the transmitter and the receiver, why do we want the synchronization? It might happen that the transmitting speed and the receiving speed of the receiver may differ. It may happen that the transmitting speed and the receiving speed may be differ. So how do you achieve the synchronization? The same clock is given to both the transmitter and the receiver. Okay, as I have told you, whatever the operations are done, that is done with the reference of the clock. So if I have given the clock pulses, the same clock pulses. अभी यहाँ पे clock दिया है और इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि यही clock इधर और इधर दिया है. इसका मतलब the clock which is given at the transmitter, the same clock frequency is also given at the receiver. Why so? To achieve the synchronization, so that the transmitting speed and the receiving speed should match. That is the intention. That is the intention. So whenever you are transmitting the data, here I have taken an example of 7-bit of data which I need to transmit. Now, along with the transmission, there is one more bit which is sent, which is called as a synchronization bit, or it is also called as a synchronization character or sync character. Okay, so along with my 7 bits, I am also transmitting one more bit, that is a sync character. Okay, now this sync character is also plays an important role to have a synchronization between the transmitter and the receiver. So we have a clock. Along with the clock, the same clock which is given at the transmitter and the receiver, we also have to have a synchronization character. Okay, ये synchronization character का significance ये है that when transmitter is transmitting the bit along with the 7 bit, if it is transmitting sync bit, the receiver will also come to know that the last bit which is received. So before that, the data is there. Before that, the data is there. Okay. So when you are transmitting the bits, it is along with the bits, the sync character also has to be transmitted. Okay. So here, that's why there is a name called as a synchronous transmission. Synchronous transmission, just to achieve the synchronization between the transmitter and the receiver. So in synchronization, you have a same clock pulses, or you have a same clock frequency at the transmitter and the receiver, as well as along with the data, you are transmitting the sync character. You are transmitting the sync character. Okay. So synchronization transmission format is this. You can draw. Okay. You can draw this, that transmitter and receiver with the same clock, and along with the data, you are transmitting the sync character. You are transmitting the sync character. So this is a synchronization transmission format. Now, just opposite of this, the opposite of this. Okay. Now, when it is an asynchronous serial data communication, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? See the format at the below. See the format. Now here, why it is called as asynchronous? Because there is no synchronization between the transmitter and the receiver. The clocks are different. Can you see a clock 1 and clock 2? The clocks are different. Okay. So there is no synchronization. So how do you achieve the synchronization? The synchronization is achieved here. The same. Here, if I am transmitting my 8 bits, D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, and D7. Along with this, I have to send my start bit and the stop bit. I have to send the start bit and the stop bit. So that the transmitter, along with the 8 bit, if it is transmitting the start bit and a stop bit, the receiver will come to know that whatever is in between start and stop bit, that is a data. That is a data. Even though the speed doesn't match, even though there is a no synchronization, but with the help of start bit and stop bit, the receiver will come to know and receive the data that between the start and stop bit, these are the actual data. These are the actual data. Okay. And these everything is sent or transmitted serially, because we are understanding this in serial communication. Okay. तो पहले ट्रांसमीटर करेगा, स्टार्ट बिट भेजेगा, उसके बाद D0, D2, D3, D6, D7 तक भेजेगा, उसके बाद वो स्टॉप बिट भेजेगा. Okay. Now sometimes before the stop bit and after the D7 bit, we can also set the parity bit. That is for error checking. That is for error checking. क्योंकि ऐसा भी होता है कि during the transmission these data bits may get manipulated. Okay. Or there may be, because of error, 0 का 1 हो सकता है और 1 का 0 हो सकता है. So that is why before the stop bit I can set the parity bit. पैरिटी बिट का मतलब होता है कि अगर मैंने इसमें मेरे जीरोस और वंस है, और जब मैं भेज रहा हूँ तो टोटल नंबर ऑफ वन सपोज इवन है, तो पैरिटी बिट अकॉर्डिंगली मैं भेजूंगा, ताकि रिसीवर को पता चलेगा कि पैरिटी बिट ये है, इसका मतलब इवन नंबर ऑफ वंस है. और ड्यूरिंग ट्रांसमिशन अगर इवन नंबर की बजाय अगर ऑड नंबर ऑफ वंस आ रहे, तो रिसीवर को समझ में आएगा कि देयर इज सम प्रॉब्लम, द डेटा इज मैनिपुलेटेड, और देयर इज एन एरर which has been introduced. Okay. So what I meant to say that along with the start bit and stop bit, before the stop bit there can be one error checking bit, which is called as a parity bit. So this is a diagram to explain the asynchronous transmission. Okay. And this is the format of asynchronous transmission. So here we need to understand that your 8051 supports asynchronous transmission, because it is UART. A stands for asynchronous. So such type of हम डेटा के साथ हम स्टार्ट बिट और स्टॉप बिट भी भेजने वाले हैं. Okay. So this is the format. Any questions you have? Related with this? So this is how the synchronous transmission format is this, and you have a asynchronous transmission format. So you can draw this figure as well as this figure to explain the difference between the synchronous and asynchronous transmission. Is it okay? Shall we proceed further?
सर 1 मिनट वो मैं ड्रॉ कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ, draw करो. Draw it fast. You can just write down one point in the asynchronous that for error checking purpose, parity bit is included just prior to the stop bit. यहाँ पे लिखा भी होगा. Yes, here. For error checking purpose, I'm talking about the asynchronous. You can write down one sentence that for error checking purpose, comma, parity bit is included just prior to stop bit. Just prior बोलो या just before to stop bit. Just before to stop bit. Just before to stop bit.
Yes sir, done sir.
Okay. Now write down the heading as a baud rate. BAUD. Baud rate. So these are the important terms which you should know before we start with the actual understanding of special function register. What do you mean by baud rate? What do you mean by baud rate? So write down baud rate. So just write down the definition of a baud rate. The rate at which, write down, the rate at which the bits are transmitted. The rate at which the bits are transmitted. The rate at which the bits are transmitted. Bracket में लिखो bits per second. Bracket close. Bits per second. Bracket close is called baud or transfer rate. Now there is other name for this as a transfer rate. So it's called baud or transfer rate. It's called baud or transfer rate. Full stop. The baud rate is the reciprocal. The baud rate is the reciprocal of. The baud rate is the reciprocal of the time to send one bit. You will agree with this. Okay. The baud rate is the reciprocal of the time to send one bit. एक बिट को भेजने को कितना टाइम लगता है उसका अगर मैं रेसिप्रोकल लूंगा then you will understand how many bits I am sending in 1 second. Okay, how many bits I am sending in 1 second, and that is the definition of a baud rate. So number of bits transmitted per second. Okay. Now there is one thing about this baud rate. Whenever you talk about the asynchronous, now pay attention here. Baud rate की जब मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, now as you have told how many bits you are transmitting in 1 second, but as far as asynchronous is concerned, this baud rate is not equal to the number of bits per second. Why so? Because you can see here clearly. You can see here clearly. If I am sending a 1 byte, if I am sending a 1 byte of data, 1 byte means 8 bits, D0 से लेके D7. But don't you think along with these 8 bits or 1 byte, you are also sending start bit and stop bit, and if possible, parity bit. Okay, so when you are sending along with the byte, if you are sending the stop bit, start bit, and the parity bit, then it is actually not the baud rate, because it is only confined over the number of bits and the purely data bits, purely the data bits. Okay, now so that's why the baud rate is mostly used in the synchronous communication. लेकिन हम जब अगर 8051 के लिए अगर baud rate की हम बात करते हैं तो you have to omit the start bit and stop bit, and you have to only concentrate on the data bits, even though there is a stop bit and stop bit and start bit. Okay, then if you are talking about the baud rate in terms of asynchronous communication, we are purely talking about the data bits only, not the stop and start bit. Okay, लेकिन हम जब synchronous transmission format के लिए हम जब बात करते हैं, even though you have a sync character, pay attention, even though you have a sync character, but this sync character will be considered as one of the bit of data. वो कैसे है? Now here if you can see properly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So only 7 bits are there. Okay, so this 8th bit will be considered as a sync character, but that will be a part of a byte. That will be a part of a byte. Okay, so mostly the baud rate is associated with the synchronous transmission, where your byte will contain 7 bits of data and one SIM character. But here you have 1 byte. Along with the 1 byte, you have start bit, stop bit, and parity bit. That means 8, 9, and 10. 8, 9, and 10. And if you are including parity bit, it will be 11. Okay, so that such type of transmission format is not considered while considering the baud rate. So format requires only 1 byte, even though the SIM character is taken as a separate, which is not a data, but that will be taken as a part of a byte. Okay, so baud rate associated with the synchronous character. Okay, you can just write down one sentence. In a synchronous transmission, if data is transmitted with in synchronous transmission, if data is transmitted with 9600, now this is a standard baud rate 9600. हम प्रैक्टिकल में भी जब देखेंगे ना एक्सपेरिमेंट रिलेटेड विद द सीरियल कम्युनिकेशन, तो उसमें भी हम 9600 baud rate लेंगे. So 9600 is a standard baud rate. Okay, so 9600 baud. तो आपने क्या लिखा? In synchronous transmission, if data is transmitted with 9600 baud, comma, it means that 9600 bits are transmitted in 1 second. 9600 bits are transmitted in 1 second. It means 9600 bits are transmitted in 1 second. Therefore, full stop. Therefore, for one bit, comma, transmission time equals to. Therefore, for one bit, comma, transmission time equals to. For one bit, comma, transmission time equals to. That is 1 second by 9600. 1 second divided by 9600. And it comes to be 0.104 millisecond. 0.104 मिलीसेकेंड, यानी एक बिट ट्रांसमिट करने को कितना टाइम लग रहा है? 0.104 मिलीसेकेंड. I have just taken the reciprocal of baud rate, and you know the reciprocal of baud rate will give you how much time is required to send one bit. So for one bit transmission time equals to 1 second divided by 9600 is equals to 0.104 millisecond. Okay, 0.104 millisecond. Yes. Now, before you go to the synchronization, one small question. Now, if you can see on the screen, synchronous and asynchronous, can you tell me which one is which will have the greater transmission speed? Which will have the greater transmission speed, and why? If you compare synchronous and asynchronous, which will have a greater transmission speed? Yes.
Synchronous.
Synchronous, yes, obviously, because because both the clocks are synchronized, and we are transmitting 1 byte. So that is why synchronization is also achieved, and only 8 bits are transmitted at a time, or 1 byte. 1 byte will be transmitted, so the speed will be more. Here the clocks are different. And how do you achieve the synchronization? Just by sending the start bit, stop bit, and the parity bit. So during the serial communication, along with the 1 byte of data, you are also transmitting stop bit, start bit, and parity bit. Okay, so receiving of this data, the receiving of the bits one by one will take time. So obviously, this will be faster and this will be slower in comparison. Okay, so this is one point I need to add. So write down the first special function register now. Write down. Have you written about the SBUF register? Not yet, na? अब तक लिखा नहीं ना अपन ने SBUF?
No, sir.
So write down the first one. SBUF register. To explain the SBUF register, this is a figure. So before I explain this figure, you just write down in the SBUF register, SBUF register. Write down few sentences on this. SBUF is an 8-bit register SBUF is an 8-bit register. Full stop. It has separate SBUF registers. It has separate SBUF register for data transmission and for data reception. It has separate SBUF register for data transmission and for data reception. Full stop. They are transmit buffer and receive buffer. They are transmit buffer and receive buffer. Transmit buffer and receive buffer. Okay. So all of you pay attention on the screen now. Do not write anything and just understand the concept of SBUF. Okay. So what you have written, that the first thing is that the size of SBUF is of 8-bit. It is an 8-bit register. Okay. So one will be for transmission. So you can see here the dotted block is for transmission. यहाँ पे लिखा है for transmission, and this dotted block is for reception. Okay. So for transmission you have SBUF. आपने नाम लिखा है SBUF का transmit buffer. ये बफ का नाम है SBUF का नाम है transmit buffer. और ये जो बफ है this is receive buffer. Okay. एक ही नाम है. अब even though they are the SBUF, but this is called as a transmit buff SBUF, and this is called as a receive buffer. Receive buffer. Okay. Receive buffer. Transmit buffer, receive buffer. Okay. And here SBUF and here SBUF. So that is serial buffer. Serial buffer. Now what is happening in the transmitter and what is happening in the receiver, we are trying to understand. Okay. Now you know I am transmitting the data through the TXDP. Can you see a TXDP? That is pin number जो कोई है, that is P3.1. P3.1. Okay. So that means port जो 3 है उसका alternate function TXD है. Okay. So it is P3.1. So in the transmission, now whenever I am transmitting the data, the first thing is that data should be available in the SBUF. The data should be available in the SBUF. Then that means before transmission, the data should be available in the SBUF, and then when you are transmitting this, that data will be transmitted through the shift register. Shift register का काम वही होता है, एक bit at a time, 1 bit at a time. So you are shifting your data. पहले first bit जाएगा, बाद में second bit जाएगा, बाद में third जाएगा, dot, बाद में 8th bit जाएगा. So that is how shifted the bits are shifted through the shift register. So what I mean to say that before you transmit the data serially, it has to be present in the SBUF. It has to be present in the SBUF. So this SBUF is called is also used for writing purpose. ये SBUF is for writing purpose. This SBUF is not for reading purpose. That is why, can you see a write SBUF? Can you see a write SBUF? Now this is an internal data bus 8051 का, ये internal data bus. So from this data bus we are actually writing into the SBUF. हम SBUF में लिख रहे हैं, हम transmit buffer में लिख रहे हैं. So how do you write down in the SBUF? For that you have an instruction. What is that instruction? That instruction is move SBUF, A. मैं बता रहा हूँ, you can write down somewhere. Move, move space SBUF, A. आपको पता है move SBUF, A. आपका A क्या है? आपका A register है, that will contain the data. Your A register will contain the data, and that data will be floating in the internal data bus. And move SBUF, A क्या करता है? The content in the A register or in the accumulator is moved into SBUF. So can I say I'm writing in the SBUF now? So how do you write in the SBUF? By using the instruction move SBUF, A. By using the instruction move move SBUF, A. So this buffer is only used for writing, not for reading. ओके, तो मेरा जो डेटा है वो एक्यूमुलेटर में से गया एस बफ में बाय यूजिंग द इंस्ट्रक्शन मूव एस बफ कॉमा ए. वहां पे जाने के बाद बिफोर एक्चुअली आई ट्रांसमिट दैट विल गो टू द शिफ्ट रजिस्टर. नाउ शिफ्ट रजिस्टर विल रिक्वायर द क्लॉक पल्सेस, that is obvious. Okay, that will require the clock pulses, and through the clock pulses and through the shift register you are serially giving out the data. So serial data out, serial data out, serial data out. Okay, through the TX. और जो यहाँ पे हो रहा है उसी का अपोजिट यहाँ पे हो रहा है. रिसीवर में हम क्या कर रहे हैं, वी आर रिसीविंग द डेटा सीरियली थ्रू द RxD pin, that is P3.0. Can you see a serial data input? Now that is given to the shift register, and the shift register always requires the clock. So whatever shift register is receiving, that is it is giving to the SBUF. So what is this SBUF? आपने इसका नाम क्या लिखा है, receive buffer. So whatever you are receiving from the RxD pin, that is before it is given to the CPU or ALU, it is stored into the SBUF. And once it is stored into the SBUF, then actually we are reading the SBUF. Can you see a read SBUF? So can I say this SBUF is only for reading, as this is only for writing, this is only for reading. So we are going to read this SBUF. Then how do you read SBUF? Can any one of you tell me now? जैसे मैंने यहाँ पे बताया था मूव के लिए, वैसे इसके लिए हमको रीड कैसे करेंगे हम? Yes. Now use your common sense and tell me what instruction you will use. Come on now, use your common sense. मैंने यहाँ पे बताया था for writing.
एक्यूमुलेटर में मूव करेंगे फिर से.
हाँ, तो इंस्ट्रक्शन बताओ ना, इंस्ट्रक्शन बताओ.
सर मूव ए कॉमा एस बफ.
Yes, that is as simple as it is. Move A, S buff. यानी आपके जो S buff में है वो मुझे एक्यूमुलेटर में मूव करना है. So use move A, S buff. So that will read your data which you have received in the S buff. So this is how you read your S buff. Am I right? So these are the two physical separate S buff. So remember, this is for writing purpose, this is for reading purpose. For writing your S buff, you are using move S buff comma A. For reading S buff, this S buff, you are using move A comma S buff. This S buff is called as a transmit buffer. This S buff is called as a receive buffer. I hope the figure is clear to you now. Any questions you have regarding this? Any questions you have regarding this? Shall we proceed further?
Yes, sir.
So now please draw this figure fast. And meanwhile, if you have any questions, please ask. मैं फिर से बता रहा हूँ, आप अगर क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछेंगे तो मैं समझूंगा कि आपको समझ में आ रहा है. ओके, एंड व्हाट अगर नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो यू आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दैट. आई एम ट्राइंग माई लेवल बेस्ट टू एक्सप्लेन यू ईच एंड एवरीथिंग, small details. Okay, so please draw this fast, then we will go to the next as special function register, that is SCON. So shall we proceed further?
सर एक मिनट सर.
सर 1 मिनट सर.
हाँ बना. हो गया?
हाँ सर.
Okay. Write down few sentences on this. Write down when S buff is read, when S buff is read, when S buff is read, comma, the receive buffer is accessed. The receive buffer is accessed. The receive buffer is accessed. Continue. And while transmitting, comma, and while transmitting, comma, transmit buffer is accessed. Transmit buffer is accessed. Transmit buffer is accessed. Full stop. Instruction move A comma S buff. Instruction move A comma S buff will read received data from receive buffer. Instruction move A comma S buff will read received data from receive S buff register. Will read received data from receive S buff register, comma, while the instruction move S buff comma A, while the instruction move S buff comma A will write data to transmit S buff register. While the instruction move S buff comma A will write data to transmit S buff register. Okay, so this is about the S buff register. So we understood. So this is 8-bit register which will hold only data, which will hold the data of 8-bit, which will hold the data 8-bit. Okay.
सर ये लास्ट लाइन एक बार रिपीट करो ना. विल राइट डेटा टू ट्रांसमिट डेटा फ्रॉम.
Will write data to transmit SBUF register.
Okay sir.
Will write data to transmit SBUF register. Okay. So this is about this one now. Write down the next one. SCON register. Now next special function register. SCON register. Bracket में लिखो serial control register. Serial control register. पहले वाला जो हमने SBUF लिखा उसके लिए अब लिखना ब्रैकेट में serial data buffer. Serial data buffer. Serial data buffer. हम शॉर्ट में serial buffer बोलते हैं, but it is a serial data buffer. ओके। और अभी हम सीख रहे हैं एसकॉन रजिस्टर, ब्रैकेट में लिखो सीरियल कंट्रोल रजिस्टर, serial control register. Now to understand the serial control register, you please draw first this. You draw this, everyone. This is a format. This is a format. This is also an 8-bit. This is also an 8-bit. Whether it is a bit addressable or byte addressable, obviously byte addressable तो रहेगा. Bit addressable है क्या? ESCON. Check in your programming model. Check in your programming model. And this is a format. This is LSB, this is MSB, this is bit 0, bit 1, bit 2, bit 3, bit 4, dot dot dot, bit 7. This is RI, TI, this is RB8, this is TB8, this is REN, this is SM2, this is SM1, this is SM0. Okay, and from your LSB, these are the bits. So SM0, SM1 together, it will give you the different modes of operation of your serial communication. Mod 0, mod 1, mod 2, mod 3, and their description and the baud rate, at what baud rate. So see here, serial communication mode selection bits. ये कौन है? Serial communication mode selection bits SM0 और SM1 है. तो SM0, SM1 वो मोड कौन से में है, उसका डिस्क्रिप्शन क्या है और उनका रेस्पेक्टिव बॉड रेट क्या है. तो SM0, SM1 है तो 0001, 1011, mod 0, mod 2, mod 3, mod 2, 3, description and their baud rate. और एक उसका baud rate. Before you draw, there is one small correction in this. This is F oscillator. This is oscillator frequency by 12. यहाँ पे oscillator frequency by 32 और oscillator frequency by 64. 164 गलत है, ये 1 नहीं बनाना है, आपको लिखना है oscillator frequency by 64. Oscillator frequency by 64. Okay, so please complete this part. Complete this part. कौन सी कहीं पे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा या फिर कहीं कुछ स्पेलिंग समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो देन यू विल आस्क मी. ओके, एंड कंप्लीट दिस फास्ट. कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो प्लीज आस्क मी.
सर ये एस्कॉन हमने लास्ट लेक्चर में ड्रॉ किया था.
सबने किया था ड्रॉ?
सर मतलब एक दो लाइन बच गया था लास्ट का, बट ये एस्कॉन हमने लास्ट सर आपने बोला था क्या हमको ड्रॉ करना है, आप एक्सप्लेन करोगे आज.
ठीक है, तो ये सब बना है R1.
पूरा
हाँ सर बनाया ये.
अच्छा ठीक है. ओके. Now all of you pay attention. If you are drawn, so pay attention now. All of you pay attention. We will go one by one. We will start from LSB. This is RI. So RI is what? Receive interrupt flag set by hardware and must be cleared by software. Okay, must be cleared by software. Now what is this RI? This is a receive interrupt flag. Okay, this is a receive interrupt flag. Now whenever you are receiving, whenever your 8051 is receiving your 8-bit of data through the RxD pin, okay, so whenever you are receiving all the 1 byte, when you are received the your 1 byte through the RxD pin, and when it is stored into the receive buffer, that in that case your RI becomes 1. Okay, so it is a kind of indication. It is a kind of indication through the interrupt. It is a kind of indication through the interrupt because this is a receive interrupt flag. So this will set 1 when you have received 1 byte. When you have received 1 byte through the RxD pin. and that received byte is available in the received buffer. It is available in the received buffer. Okay. Now this is set by hardware at the end of the 8th bit time. At the end of the 8-bit time. At the end of the 8-bit time. So it is set by hardware and it must be cleared by the software. तो ये जब 1 हो जाता है, इसको हमको क्लियर अगर करना है तो वो सॉफ्टवेयर के थ्रू ही करना है, उसको सॉफ्टवेयर के थ्रू ही करना है. Okay. One more thing, there is some more explanation required on RI, but that explanation will be given afterwards once you understood these different modes. Okay. तो अभी मैं सिर्फ इतना बता रहा हूँ कि RI, that is the receive inter flag, will set when you have received the 8th bit. 8 bit बोलो या फिर पूरा 1 byte बोलो. Okay. So that time it will be set. Similarly here, TI. So what is a TI? This is a transmit inter flag set by hardware and must be cleared by the software. So this is also this gives an indication that your 1 byte data is transmitted through the TXD pin, through the TXD pin. Okay. So this is set by the hardware at the end of the 8th bit. Okay. So first bit, second bit, third bit, fourth bit, dot 8 bit. So 8 bit means that is the last bit. Okay. So जब 8th bit transmit होता है, in that case this TI will be set. This TI transmission inter flag will be set. Okay, the transmission. So this is just an indication that 8 bit had been transmitted. 8 bit has been transmitted. So I can say it is a signal to the microcontroller that the line is available. I am reading now. Now please try to understand. I am reading a sentence. It is about the TI now. About the TI. It is a signal to the microcontroller that the line is available to transmit a new byte. That means your TXD line is available to transmit the new byte. So when you are transmitting the 1 byte, once you transmit the 8th bit, TI will be set as 1, and that is giving an indication to the microcontroller that the line is available for transmission of a new byte. Similarly for RI, can I say the same thing? It signals that a byte is received and should be read quickly prior to the being replaced by the new byte. Do you agree with that sentence? Again, I am repeating for RI. It signals that a byte is received and should be read quickly prior to being replaced by the new data byte. By the new data byte. Okay. तो आपको पता है रिसीव करने के बाद वो रिसीव बफर में जाता है, तो ये माइक्रो कंट्रोलर को बताता है कि आप जल्दी रिसीव बफर को रीड करो ताकि दूसरा बाइट उसको रिप्लेस ना करे, so that byte should be read from the receive buffer, और यहाँ पे क्या बता रहा है माइक्रो कंट्रोलर को कि that the line is available to transmit a new byte. तो आपका जो ट्रांसमिट बफर है उसमें से वो डेटा चला गया, TXD लाइन के थ्रू चला गया, अभी ट्रांसमिट बफर खाली है, तो माइक्रो कंट्रोलर को बताता है कि अभी ये TXD लाइन खाली हो गई है, आप अगर दूसरा कोई डेटा है वो डेटा भेजो 1 बाइट का, ताकि वो ट्रांसमिट बफर में आ जाए, See, even though I am speaking, even though I am explaining you, I am assuming that you are imagining all these things. You need to imagine whatever I am saying. That picture should be in front of your eyes. कि ट्रांसमिट बफर में से वो डेटा TXD से निकल गया, ट्रांसमिट बफर में जगह भी खाली हो गई ताकि नया वाला डेटा वहां पे आ जाए. रिसीव डेटा में RSD के थ्रू पिन हमने वो रिसीव डेटा किया रिसीव बफर में आने के बाद वो जब पिन 1 होती है तब वो इंडिकेशन देता है माइक्रो कंट्रोलर को कि आप वो डेटा जल्दी रीड करो ताकि वो दूसरा डेटा वहां पे रिप्लेस हो ना जाए रीड करने के पहले. So that is the indication given by RI and TI. Any questions you have regarding this, TI and RI? Any questions you have regarding this TI and RI? Shall we proceed further if you don't have questions?
Yes,
okay.
sir, yes.
हाँ, अभी ये RB8 है. This is RB8. I'm talking about this RB8 and TB8. Okay. अभी RB8 क्या बता रहा है? 9th data bit that is received in mod 2 and mod 3. अभी सिर्फ मैं बताऊंगा आपको, ये मॉड 2 और मॉड 3 दिख रहा है ना आपको, इसका डिस्क्रिप्शन देखो। मॉड 0 मॉड 1 8 बिट, बाकी की चीजें छोड़ दो। मॉड 0 मॉड 1 8 बिट, मॉड 2 मॉड 3 9 बिट। सो मॉड 2 और 3 की जब बात आती है तो आपको पता है 1 बाइट कंसिस्ट ऑफ 8 बिट्स, लेकिन ये 9 बिट है, 9 बिट से 9 बिट से। तो जो नाइन्थ वाला जो बीट है, जो नाइन्थ वाला जो बीट है, RB8, आर फॉर रिसीव बिट, RB8। ओके, सो RB8 जो ये जो बीट है, ये जो बीट है, ओके, वो उसमें क्या होता है, उसमें क्या जाता है, उसमें नाइन्थ डेटा बीट दैट इज रिसीव्ड इन मॉडर्न 2 and 3। सो द नाइन्थ बीट जो रिसीव में करने वाला वो यहाँ पे जाता है RB8 में, वो RB8 में जाता है। ओके, नाइन्थ बीट विल गो हियर। इट इज नॉट यूज इन मॉड 0 एंड मॉड 1। मॉड 0 और मॉड 1 में आता नहीं, क्योंकि मैं 8 बिट रिसीव कर रहा हूँ, 8 बिट रिसीव कर रहा हूँ। लेकिन जब मैं 9 बिट्स रिसीव करूंगा, तब नाइन्थ वाला बिट कहाँ पे जाएगा, नाइन्थ वाला बिट जाएगा RB8 में। ओके, 9 बिट विल गो हियर। ओके, और बाकी के जो 8 बिट्स है वो कहाँ जाएंगे, वो एस बफ में जाएंगे, रिसीव बफर में जाएंगे। ओके, और 9 बिट वाला यहाँ पे जाएगा। और दूसरी बात है, it is not used in mod 0. In mod 1, if SM2 is equals to 0, then RB8 is the stop bit that is received. Now you just for time being understand this. In mod 1, if SM2 is equals to 0, then RB8 is the stop bit that is received. तो जो भी मैं RB8 में जो रिसीव करूंगा ना, 9th bit, that will be the stop bit. Okay, इसका डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन will be done when I will be explaining you these different mods. Okay, so do not panic about this, what is SM2 and all this thing. इतना याद रखना कि अगर वो in mod 1 में अगर SM2 मेरा 0 है, then RB8 is the 9th bit which is received. Similarly, TB8, T stands for transmission, R stands for receiving. Okay, अब यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, TB8 में क्या हो रहा है, ये वाला बिट बोल रहा है, ये वाला बिट। So this is the 9th data bit that is transmitted in mod 2 and 3, as simple as it is. mod 2 और 3 में मुझे अगर 9 बिट्स ट्रांसमिट करने हैं, तो एस बफ में तो 8 बिट्स रहेंगे, ट्रांसमिट बफर में तो 8 बिट्स रहेंगे। 9th बिट वाला कहा जाए, 9th बिट कौन सा रहेगा, तो वो 9 बिट यहाँ पे रहेगा, TB8। ओके, so this is the 9th data bit that is transmitted in mod 2 and 3. REN, enable serial reception। मेरा 8051 अगर RxD पिन से रिसीव कर रहा है, तो मेरा REN जो बीट है, ये बीट REN जो मेरा बीट है, ओके, दैट शुड बी 1। अगर ये REN बीट मेरा 0 है, तो मेरा 8051 ट्रांसमिट कर रहा है, मेरा 8051 ट्रांसमिट कर रहा है थ्रू TXD। सो दिस इज सिंपल। When REN is equals to 1, 8051 is busy in receiving the data, serial data through RxD pin. And when my REN is equals to 0, my 8051 is busy in transmitting the data, through TXD pin, through the TXD pin. Okay. So now these different mods, their description and the baud rate and SM2 will be explained in the next lecture. Okay, so this thing I will take in detail. I hope you have understood RI, TI, RB8, TB8, REN. Okay, and these SM2, SM0 and SM1, this everything will be explained in the next lecture. Do you have any questions regarding this?
No, sir.
So I think this is crystal clear. Okay, this is very, if I have explained you properly, you will be able to understand. Okay, तो भी नहीं समझ में आया तो वही शाम के टाइम पे चाय पीते पीते ये प्रॉपरली पढ़ो। ओके, और नेक्स्ट टाइम इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस यू कैन आस्क मी, and the next lecture I will be completing this mod 0, mod 2 and 3 and this all the mods. Okay, along with that I will explain SM. Yes, Parush मैम ने अटेंडेंस ले लिया, whether she is there?
Yes ma'am, sir मैम ने ले लिया।
हाँ ले लिया ना, ठीक है। So if you don't have any questions you can leave. किसी को क्वेश्चन है you can stay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye bye.
थैंक यू सर।
Okay, bye bye. Take
बाय।
care. Bye bye. Bye bye.
थैंक यू सर।